Avoiding Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Akane-banashi chapters 183 through 189. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. And we ain't sponsored by Shueisha, and we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus, and we ain't sponsored by Viz. And considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable Will Puppet Kitty, who's somewhere around here, hopefully being good kitties, and this operation, well, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon, where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Digimon Beat Break. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 Patreon member, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there's a stacked winter anime season in full swing, in which we're covering Digimon, Susanoo Frieren, Jujutsu Kaisen, Fire Force, Madoseei no Slave, Oshinoko, Vigilantes, Tune to the Midnight Heart, Dead Account, Medalist, and maybe even Hell's Paradise Shikokuraku as well. There's even more on the way, including Akane-banashi, which starts next season. And there's even, so please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So, well, we're getting into a very interesting situation up in here with Akane-banashi, with their dinner with Isho. So let's get into 183 first. See what's in store for us today. Akane is having dinner with Isho. What reward will he give her after recognizing her achievement in the Zunin Prize? This chapter is titled Card in Time. I will grant you one request of me. Huh? I will grant me a request? But no, don't overthink it. I won this opportunity. I have to use it, so what do I ask of him? The key to Shiguma's art must lie within the history of the school. Do I ask? God, this art is great. Do I ask him about his past with the previous Shiguma? No. I can ask him for the truth behind the expulsion. Maybe I'll learn what Shiguma's art really is. Because it was the previous Shiguma's Shibahama. I've heard it so many times, I could tell you for a fact. Look at you salivating at the chance. I have no intention of setting aside time for you this evening. I give you the card to play and time to think. How you broach the subject is your decision. Now, one last thing. In November, I am holding an event exclusively for my school, the Isahokai. It will be a 2-part performance, day and night. The daytime schedule I leave to you two. Woo! You are free to make your own choices, but your work must be satisfactory. That is all. An exclusive school event? As in only apprentices of the Isho school can appear in it? And he wants me to perform? I'll take my leave. Meaning that I'll take the stage as an apprentice of this man? Hold on. You can't just drop news like that and excuse yourself. First of all, I never asked to perform an event with Kaisayani-san. I admit you've given me professional guidance, vague as it was, but I'm only here temporarily. I'm not your apprentice. The place where I belong is. You're free to decline if you wish to burn the one request I have granted you. Ooh! Thank you for this incredible honor. We will meet your expectations this time. Ooh! You seem so disgusted at the thought of being associated with our school. Well, after what he did to her father? Yeah! You can't expect me to just go along with this quietly. The Isho Haki is held annually on November 23rd. Does that not ring a bell? November 23rd is the anniversary of the death of the great master, the previous Shiguma. Master's journey deeply informs the roots and style of the Ishihokai. The event reflects the history of the school. So, is your interest piqued now? Yeah, as a fellow pursuer of Shiguma's art? You too, Ani-san? Master's true intentions exist within a continuum of severity. You won't reach his thoughts without taking the plunge yourself. but I won't force you to do anything. On the other hand, I'm not going to wait forever. Dude, I ship them so hard. I would have liked to perform at the same event as you. I'll catch up in no time, and this time I will. Something wrong? Not at all. I'm just waking myself up. If I'm doing this, I'm giving it my all. Yes! They're going to take part in a big competition together. Yes! And also, I love this dress on her. I do. 184, here we go. An everyday story. And this chapter is titled Drawing Capability. Let's see. From her time in Paris. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad to hear your training's been going well. She's best. Well, yeah, I know. All thanks to you, Emmy. Very good dinner tonight. Steak au poivre. I make for you. A steak like the kind with pepper? Thanks, Emmy. So how much do you know about what's happening in Rakugo back in Japan? Actually, I've been going out of my way to avoid hearing anything. I just want to focus on what's in front of me. I see. Well, I understand how you feel, but given your goals, I think you ought to know something. You see, Kaisei is taking the Shinoichi promotion test. Why do I care? You asked us to meet up and plan a 3-person event, and now you're in the Ishihokai with Kaisei Ani-san? Are you incapable of breathing without a big fight on your hands? Shut up! They started this one, not me. But you do fight back every time someone starts something. Well, yeah, you gotta stand up for yourself in a fight. A thug to the bone, professional fight acceptor. Would you shut up, Warrior Race B? What am I B? At least call me A. They're so sweet together. So how do you feel being in a Rakugo event for a school you're not part of? Especially after the way he messed with you. I feel like, I guess you're not thrilled about it, huh? No! Even so, it's a meaningful event to me. The event reflects the history of the school. I'm not going to wait forever. Basically, you can't talk. I can't stand still. I need to keep moving. I've run it past the people who deserve to know. But once it's settled, I've just got to go through with it. Simple as that. Like a wild boar only runs forward. You shut up with the comments! Still, just being in the Ishihokai is a big opportunity. Oh, right, you're in the Isho school. Exactly. I've been part of the Ishokai, so I know. The scale of the room, the grandness of the stage, the audience packed with people who are deeply connected to Master Isho, from business magnates to legendary celebrities. The Ishokai is the most dazzling and eye-catching Rakugo event in Japan. The Ishokai reflects the history of the school. Well, does the grandness have something to do with the school's history? Interesting. So it's a chance to get discovered. Discovered? Really don't know anything outside of Rakugo, do you? She sure doesn't. She's cute that way. Just tell me what you mean! Well, one of the metrics to determine a Rakugoka's power is their ability to draw an audience. If you're in Arakawa, you should know how crucial that is. Being able to draw over 1,000 people to a single show where you are the sole performer is the bar if you want to take the Shinoichi promotion test. Well, is that true? Well, it's a rule that was set after the expulsion incident. Having art that makes the masses sit up and take notice is a benchmark that Shinoichi of Arakawa must meet. Rakugo was originally more of a parlor art for tatami rooms. It ain't designed for a grand theater. Plenty of Rakugoka choose smaller venues on purpose, so not everyone plays the same game, but still. If you were to rank the drawing capability of solo shows, Okuba and Arakawa Big 4 class over 500, like 300 to 500, popular Shinoichi 300 to 400, which is Hikaru. 200 to 300, Kaichi Karashi over 200, 150 to 200, popular Fudutsume. And then there's Akane, who's over 100, who's an ordinary Fudutsume. Wait, how do you get, if you're getting 100 for just winning the Zuden prize, you should be happy with that. It wasn't even as big as the Z1. How do you get so many, Hikaru? It's only a number. About a third of them are just fans of my voice acting. Well, duh. But that's a strength. Fighting over the small audience of hardcore Rakugo fans takes time and has a low ceiling. You want to aim for new pastures. The trick is to break into the mainstream audience. That's the best way to boost your draw. Easier said than done, right? but if there's a chance to do it, it's the Ishihokai. There are all kinds of influential folks there. Media heavyweights, event promoters. That crowd's full of people who could be key to reaching the mainstream. Only the best young folks get picked to appear in the daytime slot. Within the school, it's known as the gateway to Shinoichi. Kaichi's media expansion and Kaisei's Anisan's early burst after his Fudutsume promotion were thanks to the Ishihokai. Huh? Kaisei Anisan? Wait, what time is it? Almost 3? Almost 3? Crap! Sorry, gotta go. Huh? What's wrong? I leave the daytime to you two. I was asked to make time for the two of us to decide on our creative choices. I have to meet him at his solo event. Here we go. It's so crowded. There's easily over 500 people here. It's 1,000 cap and he sold it out? This is crazy. Amazing, right? This is an Okaban level crowd. Kaichi, long time no tea. Oh God, it's so cheese. Why are you, were you performing? Here's your tea. Yep, I was the opener. Ew, but anyway, isn't Ani-san just tremendous? He draws audiences like this because of his skill. They say he's the Rakugoka with the hardest tickets to get in Japan. We've got our work cut out for us. If he's so popular and skilled, then why did Kaisei Ani-san fail to become a Shinoichi? He failed? You understand, don't you? Ooh, what is Isho's intention? Alright, let's get to 185. I can't believe he failed. Alright, and this chapter is titled Coldness. Let's see. Kaisei before becoming a disciple. Oh, we're getting Kaisei's backstory. Alright, I told you to go home. But you sat here for 4 hours. Well, alright, you win. Quite impressive bearing the freezing cold for that long. Are you feeling nice and warmed up? Oh, it's no big deal. Compared to the coldness I felt before, this is nothing. Oh. Pardon me, sir. We have a potential apprentice here. Will you take a look at him? I was sick of being helpless, so I clung to his image of power, but I was, so why did Kaisei Ani-san fail to become a Shinoichi? You're curious, huh? In that case, the first step is to focus on Ani-san's performance here. A picture's worth 1,000 words, as they say. I'm sure you'll be capable of sensing from his art the nature of self that seeps forth. The cheers, the adoration, it's Okaban level. I'd like to express my thanks. On the New Year's Eve, the light of paper lanterns no longer strikes fear. A comic haiku that has been passed down. It speaks of the paper lanterns that samurai carry in the night. Normally a rather terrifying sight, but on New Year's Eve it's a different situation. The longer lanterns held by debt collectors are the true terror there. Woo, that's relatable to him, huh? This is because people owed money all over, and it was common for them to flee in the night over New Year's. You come walking home this late at night, and you haven't gotten the money yet? What were you doing? Well, oh, I love when mangaka utilize the full page, including the borders. In this case, it'll be snow with this transition. Well, it's New Year's Eve, right? And I noticed that there were a lot of folks rushing about, so I knew I shouldn't have counted on you. The debt collector kept pounding pounding down our door. So I told him, don't worry, we'll get you the money tonight. Well, that's not good. We don't have any money. Well, what was I going to say? They weren't going to leave otherwise. And on that note, you've racked up debts with other people I don't know about too, haven't you? Yes, that's the wrong answer. Good evening. Are you in there? Wait, good evening. Are you in there? He's here. Shh, just stay quiet. It's me. I'm back to collect your debt. Hello? I know you're in there. Hello? I'm opening the door. Ready? Here I come. Oh. Despite the blazing summer heat, there's a chill in the air. I felt a chill from Ani-san's Rakugo before. But what is this? This true-to-life weight. Mother's hospitalization, debts with no means of repayment, draining all sense of life in the face of merciless reality. This period of symbolic winter lasted through my apprenticing period. Jigamu, he was not the kind of person who would make special allowances for a child, but for that reason I found his gaze and the coldness of this place to be comfortably familiar. And in time I began to think of this as a home for me. My naivety astounds me. How could this be a home? Have you forgotten that this man, Isho Arakawa, is a demon? Woo-hoo! Rage overwhelms him. All right, look, dude, I love this final page, too, of 185. Alright, so now 186. Here we go. Were they going to promote him to Shinoichi? Well, let's see. And now the results. The judges and the audience are unanimous in agreement. Kaisei Arakawa is promoted to Shinoichi. Wait, what? 186 is titled The Art of the Personal. Kaisei performed a well-received God of Death at the Shinoichi promotion test. And just like that, to celebrate his pupil's promotion, Master Isha will perform a story. Amidst the jovial mood, Isha Arakawa performed God of Death. Doubling up on a story is considered taboo. He willingly broke this cardinal rule to ask an unspoken question. Do you really think that was enough for you to be considered a Shinoichi like me? What an asshole! After Isha's performance, Sensho Arakawa requested a retraction of the vote, which triggered an appeal of the result. Kaisei Arakawa's attempt was crushed by his own master's hand. You understand, don't you? I would like to express my thanks, and now I will remain here for the next hour to provide excuses for why you have not paid back your debts. Would you happen to have any tobacco by any chance? Wonderful. Now, I'm sure it's a tight fit, but I'll need you two to hide in the closet. Honey, are you sure it was a good idea to trust this man? Well, we managed to drive off the last guy, but there are plenty more debt collectors on the way. He said he could scare them off for us, so why not take a chance on him? God, this transition's great. Pardon, they're here. Into the closet, you two. Excuse me. Ooh, this is beautiful. Seems like the man and lady of the house ain't in. They told me to come back tonight, once they got the money together. You know where they are? I said, do you know where they are? Why don't you stop smoking and say something? Well, her tone of voice is completely different, but the tension in the air, the pressure. You really want to make an enemy out of me? I've been on the wrong side of a blade many times before. You think I'll hesitate to put another body or two on my leisure? Master, I know the drill. You only bare your fangs towards those you feel have true potential. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, which is why that shot across the bow. The majority will lose their spirit and fail to keep up, which is exactly why you are worthy of such praise. And even that point of remark was intended to be fuel for my personal growth. So you don't want to talk, eh? Hey, dude, Isha looks so sickening. Hey, I know you can hear me. Do you have anything to say for yourself? I understand it, but I can't control myself. This fury, thick and dark and burning. I hate his every word and action so much I can't stand it. I refuse to let this reflect well on him. I swear he'll pay for everything he's done to me. Ooh, I'll never forgive you, you old bastard. The story of glaring back. Ooh. Ooh, that ferocity is sick. There's a ferocity I've never heard before. The entire audience is overwhelmed. And it's not a kind of technique or act. It's like when Mikaru Anisan took the Shinoichi promotion test. There's a searing, vivid reality to his acting, a kind of force that comes from raw emotion unleashed. It's stunning, isn't it? The polar opposite of his usual aloof self. After the promotion test, Anisan's Rakugo changed. It's the art of the personal, the use of Rakugo to speak one's mind like it's a documentary, but in the format of a very high quality fiction, a style that forms the opposite of the craftsman's school. He's still working on developing it, he says. It's amazing that this isn't even finished. So he's intentionally chose not to make him a Shinoichi? According to Master Iken, it's probably a necessary step to mold him into becoming Isho's successor! Woo! Woo! To achieve excellence. Damn! Damn! Ooh, and this color page is sickening. Isho's school event, the young people who will be performing on stage. And this chapter is titled Makeup for the Waiting. After Kaisei's performance, what will Akane think about the young man using Rakugo to talk about himself using an egocentric style? Dude, this is therapy for Kaisei, let's be real. That was simply remarkable. He's completely changed. You wouldn't think he's only in his 20s. That ferocity, the crackling in the air, it reminds me of how Master Isho used to be. The polar opposite of the craftsman style, the way of speaking one's mind through Rakugo, the art of the personal. At the Shinoichi promotional test, Mikaru Anisan blew away the crowd by speaking from life experience. And it's Mom. Dad's playing Mom. The style of Rakugo that I ought to pursue. I wouldn't fixate on it too much for now. The style I was told it was too early to try. Thanks for waiting. It was quite a learning experience. Oh, please. We were supposed to talk about what to do with the Ishihokai, right? Shall we go then? Go where? For a walk. I'm pretty sure it's a date. At least there's a breeze down here, but still hot. Why are we on a walk? Don't you find it easier to gather your thoughts as you stroll? Well, I guess. I looked at past examples of the Ishihokai. Sometimes they limited themselves to the same genre. Sometimes they told a very long story in relay fashion. Many of these events aren't bound by the usual rules. I'm sure it's expected that you do something experimental like that, but what do you think? I'd like to put together something that really feels like us. The ship! What? You seem more optimistic than I expected. Well, it's a big job, isn't it? I need to put in the effort to make up for the waiting. It's out of the chapter! Oh, the Cup Ramen Museum. I haven't had one in a while. Hey, stop changing the subject. Well, you want the event to reflect us, right? Don't we need a mutual understanding? I know, but... Wait, you eat instant cup ramen? I thought you liked fancy stuff. Oh, yes, I sure do. No way. Yes, I sure do. Believe it or not, I used to be poor. It's hard to unlearn old habits. I wouldn't even buy produce at the supermarket until they put discount stickers on it. Oh, wait, why are you looking at me like that? He's so relatable. It's just, we didn't grow up with a lot of money either. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Hey, you always seem that way. I'm kidding. Kaisayani-san always felt friendly but distantly cold. Someone who keeps you at arm's length at all times, but, well, I officially joined the school after high school graduation. I've actually been taking lessons since I was in elementary school. It kind of feels like I'm misrepresenting my background. Well, me too. I started at the end of 5th grade. Oh, you did? I had a feeling that was the case. You felt the same as me. Dude, I shipped them so hard! Oh, the ship! So, did you ever have that thing where you picked up your teacher's way of talking and then your classmates teased me so much? Yes. They're fish each other's senses! I got the ship! Wow, I forgot how much that used to happen. They said you talk like an old man. Exactly, I got that all the time. When you hugged me the first time we met, I was like, sorry, I guess I got really carried away. I basically never met people who are like me. So, are we the same, Ani-san? Are you also chasing after Shiguma's art? I was asked the same question by a certain thorn in my side. It's the other way around. I can't forgive him. Well, what can I say? I'm a shamelessly dedicated apprentice. I can't forgive Shiguma's art with how it still binds Master Spirit, or the root of all evil, Shiguma Arakawa. I can't forgive any of it. Wait, what do you mean, root of all evil? That doesn't look like the face of someone asking a real question. I understood you when you bared your fangs towards my master, because I felt that emotion too. If you want an apology, no, I don't mean it that way. I'm just a bit sad about it. We were bound by a deep gratitude from a young age and built up to inherit the future. But because of the history of Arakawa that starts with Shiguma's art, we are on the opposite ends of the divide. They're star-crossed lovers! We are the same and yet fundamentally different. I suppose there's no avoiding a confrontation. In that case, why don't we make... Yes! Genius! Why don't we make that into our event? We perform the same story, each colored in our own way. The same but different. Sounds like us, doesn't it? I like it. Feels like a head-to-head fight. Let's add one more wrinkle just to spice it up. The story should be God of Death! Yes! An event where each performer does God of Death. We'll call it God of Death Dual Duet. I like that. If you can outdo me, I'll tell you what I mean by root of all evil. Makes it a bit more exciting, doesn't it? Sure does. You're on. Here's from Shomei. I'll give you a date and time for God of Death training. Yes! Both find themselves at the end of their journey and carry a complicated history on their shoulders, leading them to a double celebration. I love this. I love the star-crossed lover situation. All right, let's 188 here. Akane and Kaisei will represent the God of Death. Akane is moving before practice. Ooh, okay. So this chapter is titled Triplicate Training, an event where you both perform God of Death, the God of Death dual duet. Are you sure you know what you're doing? You still have to learn how to do God of Death. Or if you're gonna fight him, you should probably be smarter about it. Shut up, okay? It's fine. I need a master God of Death sooner or later anyway. And when it comes to Kaisayani-san, It's a real shame. I would have liked to perform at the same event as you. I've got to make up the expectations I couldn't meet when I was a Zenza. And actually, it's more than just that. I've got plenty of reasons. I cannot forgive Shiguma Arakawa to face off against him. At long last, anger, fretting, pupil's pride. So Aniki? Aniki, forget it. Gotta keep it simple. Woman, you are in love with this man, let's be real. If Kaiseani-san couldn't reach Shinoichi, and I can't prove I can beat him, then Shinoichi is a dream that will never be real. Plus, I give you the card to play in time to think. How you broach the subject is your decision. He was so much more generous than ever before. It's scary. I could tell I'll never get a chance like this again. I will grant you one request of me. I can't afford to let it go to waste. The Ishihokai, its roots and form, reflect the history of the school, the meaning of the root of evil. First, I need to know more about the school's history, about Isha Arakawa. If you can outdo me, I'll tell you what I mean by root of all evil, which means I'm going to challenge him and win. Winning is the only way to get through. I don't know if I really approve of this concept of treating Rakugo like it's one big fight. None of the needling comments, but it does suit you, I guess. There, all done. Yay! Is that everything you needed to unpack? Yep, thanks. At last, I finally get a place all to myself. And I'm supposed to be prepping for the Rensekai. The Rensekai, youthful memories. Why? Don't be cringe. God, fucking damn it. Like, why? Why cringe? You ready for it? Need a lesson or two? Worry about yourself instead. It all starts tomorrow, doesn't it? You're training with Master Shomei. Dude, I love this page with Shomei. It looks sickening. Your patience is appreciated for your God of Death lesson. I will employ the triplicate training method. In this, the master performs the same story on 3 consecutive days. On the 4th, the pupil will have memorized and completed the work. This is an old traditional method of training. In keeping with history, recording is prohibited. It will be a very difficult process. Is that understood? I always knew it would be. I have just one question. Why are we in a Hakata? I have a 3-night stay for business in Fukuoka, and I was looking for an opener too, so it's perfect timing. Still, you could have given me a bit of advance warning. At times, I like to be a little scamp. That's one of my principles. Does he just like throwing surprises? I love him. But I didn't bring any nice clothes. Oh, don't worry, I'm in my casual wear. Huh? My casual wear is a suit. That's one of my principles. It's taking a while. He should have arrived by now. Sorry, the Shinkansen was a bit behind schedule. Yeah, Rakurani-san! Yay, been a while. He had previously requested a God of Death lesson, so this seemed like a good opportunity. Now let's go to the venue for my solo show today. Right, yes, sir. It was fetching tea. I mean, the study session with Asagao Ani-san, right? Has it really been that long? Oh yeah, the Zuin Prize. Congrats on the big win. Thank you so much. I have to admit, I'm surprised that you don't have God of Death already. Yeah. I can't handle horror, actually. Huh? When I watch something scary, I have a harder time getting to sleep. But you do sleep. So why God of Death, then? I think I have the same reason as you, Akane. Huh? But what's with you and Master Shomei? Have you worked together before? No, this is my first time. Then you're lucky that I'm here, because Master Shomei can be... Oh god, my hot water must be 122 degrees before I take the stage. Should be good now. I use my own Zabuton cushion. The mic must be, the sea height must be, the lights must be, the sax must be. These are my principles. Quite particular. Thanks for the help. You really know him well, Ani-san. Yeah, I guess. Master Shomei is close with my master, so I've known him for a while. I see. Good timing. Listen up. Yes, what is it? The second of my performances today will be God of Death. This will be the first of 3 times I perform it for your triplicate training. Keep that in mind. Yes, sir. Thank you for the lesson. I only hope you'll be as enthusiastic after the show. The ability to follow the teachings and implement them while remaining true to oneself is a cornerstone of the arts. What I will perform for you now forms a pair with the specialty of Master Shiguma. Woo! Okay. Let's see. Uncharted territory. All right, let's get to the final chapter of this live reaction. Also, that final panel in 188 is sickening. So 189 is titled The Flavor of God of Death. Oh my god. What does that taste like? The first of 3 practice sessions with Master Shomei has just begun. Akane steps onto the stage for the opening performance. Oh, doctor, remember when you asked if I had Tenshiki and I said no? Well, it slipped my mind, as a matter of fact. I love Tenshiki, aka sake cups. Dude, this art is great. You love Tenshiki farts? Oh my god. It wasn't a fluke that you won the Zun prize. You've improved so much since the last time I saw you. Wow, thank you very much. I've gotten a good grasp on sight outside of sight. It's just about time. Yep, it's time for us to learn. The Ruda Master is God of Death, and what I will perform for you now forms a pair with the specialty of Master Shiguma. Thank you very much. I've had a great many visitors come to see me here in Hakata, Fukuoka. I'm very grateful for your enthusiasm. Without further ado, it's long been true that things go in and out of fashion, not just in human affairs, but also with gods. Not all gods are beloved. Some are hated. Gods of pestilence, poverty, and smallpox. Even gods of death. These gods are unwelcome among mortal men. You must be joking. All that without even the tiniest bit of money to show for it? I don't even want to look at you. Get out of this house. Go up and die in a gutter somewhere. You're telling your own husband to wander up and die? I ain't some kind of alley cat. I don't care. Just get out of here. Go wander up and die. Ooh, that static in the background's great. Damn it all. What's that woman's problem? Nah, that ain't a woman. She's more like a wood working plane shaving off her husband's life. Tells me to go and die. Who talks like that? Oh, honestly, I'm sick of it all. Maybe I really should die. It seems like it'd be a lot easier. There's a kind of fatalism throughout, while Master's version was more gloomy and oppressive. Now, there's a handy tree with nice thick branches. I can hang myself from it. I bet she'll be shocked when she sees me. Oh, no, honey, I didn't really mean it. Yeah, but I'll show her. Too late to regret it now, sucker. Won't you feel bad? It's so lighthearted. And look at the audience. There's no tension at all, but here's the problem, though. Never hung myself, so I don't know how to do it. Shall I teach ya? Who's that? Is someone there? Who? It's me. I am a god of death. Ooh, god of death. A man learns a magic spell that banishes gods of death. With it, he becomes a wealthy doctor, but blinded by greed, he violates the god of death's lessons. Now, why would you be so foolish? I warned you, didn't I? Don't mess with the god of death standing by the head. Now, thanks to you, I will lose out on some of my yearly bonus. Even after the god of death shows up, it stays lighthearted. The bones of the story are the same, but the tone is dry and clean. There's absolutely no tension, just a pleasant, lackadaisical delivery, the sunny version of God of Death. But it's the specialty of Master Shiguma in the previous Shomei, but with the opposite qualities, so it's impossible to decide which route to follow. Would that be an accurate assessment? Yes, pretty much. To greatly simplify it, this is the flavor of God of Death. There's a wide variety of adaptations based on the story, horror, comedy, tragedy. It's a one-of-a-kind Rakugo story that has as many faces as it does performers. That is what God of Death is, because you could tell it any which way. The focus of your approach is crucial. Very astute. If you dedicate yourself solely to the story as you did in the Zun Prize, you will not grasp the true core of God of Death. And that's why God of Death is a huge oneta, the kind of a Shinoichi performs. Exactly the kind of opponent I need. Exactly the kind of opponent I need. You're not fighting the story. Yeah, I know that. You have the right spirit. Now let us depart on a journey to gaze into death. Ooh, that final panel. The lingering image of death persists, vast and profound. Now it's time to practice finding their own God of Death. I like this. I like that, like, it's not just one set thing, that they could take God of Death and go into, like, a different direction with it if they wanted to. But it's all about finding that core. That's what this arc is going to be, is trying to find that core of God of Death. And I feel like it's going to ultimately lead to that root of evil that Kaisei was talking about. But, like, part of me's like thinking, is that root of evil like their master getting expelled? Maybe. But I'm very curious what you guys think about this. I'm telling you, Kaisei and Akane are going to get together by the end of this. At least they better, or I will hate life. But I'm very curious. I really hope what for God of Death, what kind of like throwing it back to like Kaisei's, what we saw with Kaisei's performance and how he kind of pictured Isho in there. I kind of would like to see Akane kind of do that, but because Isho in a way was how Akane saw him, was the God of Death in terms of him killing her father's dream. I wonder if she's going to do something like that. That'd be interesting. But the thing I really do like though, this art, man. This art. Like, the thing that I know is not going to happen, which really fucking sucks, because I really would love to see it happen. I think the studio, Zexus, is going to do a decent job. I do. But, man, I wish the animation team behind March Comes In Like a Lion was adapting Akane-banashi. If they were doing the art animation for this, oh my god, we would have a masterpiece. If you have not watched March Comes In Like a Lion, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about in terms of like an adaptation. Or in terms of like the art and animation that I'm kind of picturing for this. It would be fucking stunning. Oh my god. And if you've read the March Comes In Like a Lion manga as well, like you know what they did. And the art for March Comes In Like a Lion is roughly similar to Akane-banashi. So that's why I'm like, God, I really hope Zexus can do it. I hope Aniplex and Zexus can do this. I do. Man. But anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think of these chapters. I'm really looking forward to, like, the direction, like, especially the art direction. Speaking of March Comes In Like a Lion, I really hope it does go, metaphorically wise, art wise. I hope it delves even further into the March Comes In Like a Lion direction, because we did see it with Kaisei specifically. I love it. I am a sucker for reverse negative contrast, which again we did see in March Comes In Like a Lion, especially like with the snow and shit. I can't wait to see what we're going to be getting with this. I know for Kaisei's God of Death is going to be really dark and bleak. But for Akane's though, I'm very curious what Akane's going to do with it. I don't know if she's going to do, I don't think she's going to do comedy. I hope she doesn't go the comedic route. No. But I don't want her to be as like serious as Shikuma either. Like I feel like she's going to have to find that happy medium of horror and comedy. Like a psychological thriller kind of thing. With more drama. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Akane-banashi content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee. Purchase something off our Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.